Happy Derby Day. Today is Saturday. It is the first Saturday in May, and that is when the Kentucky Derby happens. And so, happy Derby Day. It was an exciting day. We had off and on rain, which made for kind of a muddy track. Um, it was an exciting day. It was an exciting race. All the races are fun, but it's the Derby. So, um, it was just a lot of fun, and I felt like, you know what? I think I'm just gonna make a fun little eye look to just celebrate the day. I just felt compelled. I have one of our channel members, and she's just the sweetest, most wonderful person. And I say all the time in my videos that if you have any requests, anything that you'd like for me to try on, or if you'd like for me to try different colors of, if you see a specific palette, when I'm either unboxing or when I'm doing a try on, or if I'm just, having fun with some color, which I like to do all the time. Pardon me, my eyes, between allergies and issues with these plugs in my eyes, they run, and I'm sorry. I sincerely apologize. I'm hoping for a fix this week. But anyway, I wanted to keep going with. I gave her my word that I would honor her request to work through these primers that I received in the April beauty box. They really threw me, guys. And I thought today I would go in with this yellow one. Uh it's let's see. TFTI. I don't know why I have such a hard time remembering that. I guess because it's letters and it's not a name. So, but anyway, it is TFTI, and it is a very bright yellow. If you saw me do the unboxing, you'll know. I I was just like, I put a whole bunch on, and I was like trying to buff it out, buff it out, buff it out, and it was like, okay, it's going halfway down my hand. So I have since learned that a little bit goes a very long way. And if you saw the video, you watched me yesterday's video, you watched me go through it, which you might not have seen that until today. And that's partially my fault because I'm still learning the editing program I'm using, and partially because with the weather, the internet has been slow and a bit spotty. So anyway, so we're shaking this up, and I thought with this one, instead of going back into the Tiana palette that I used yesterday for the pink, I'm gonna use one palette that I have not ever used. I just reviewed it, and that was it. And then I thought I would go in to this a Juvia's Place palette. It's the Fula by Juvia's Place that I absolutely love, and play with those colors. So the first one that I have here is from Illuminati. Some people don't like the brand because of the name. So if this is a brand that you're not a fan of, I certainly don't blame you if you do not decide to keep watching this video. I know the name is not the nicest of names, but I have it, and the colors are beautiful, and I would like to use them. And so this is the Illuminati palette, the little 4-pack. I just thought with this, it would really bring out, especially this. I mean, if you think about it, and then, this one too. Now, these are all shimmer shades, and if I'm not mistaken, they might even be dual chrome. So it's the Serpent quad palette. It doesn't tell me, and I haven't looked at these since I got them, and swatched them. So let's swatch them again. And these are very, very vivid. I'll just start out with that one. There's your colors, and we'll go ahead and just watch them. And you know, finger swatches never really do justice. I do know these to be buildable, because I I I did a video with them, and I built them up. They go on very soft. These are very, very soft colors. So let's see, you maybe get a little bit better idea there. They're all very shiny. I'm getting close enough for you to see. So we're gonna play with that. Let me get a makeup wipe, and then I also want to bring in the Fula palette from Juvia's Place, which I have done a full eye look with her. I absolutely love Juvia's Place. Why I buy her from her own company, or if I see something at Ulta that I like, I will buy from Juvia's Place, but I prefer to buy from her from her own site. I feel like she probably gets more of her money from people buying from her site. This is the Fula palette, and I hope I'm pronouncing it right, but I find this palette completely beautiful. There is not a color in here that I do not absolutely love. So I thought between the two, they might give us a good example of the versatility of this pigment. I keep wanting to say pigment, of this primer. I'm not going to use this on my cheeks. I've already put on everything I am except for my eyelids and my lipstick. So, let me see. I washed all my brushes, so I'm happy that I've got fresh, clean brushes to do this with today. And so let's just start. Let's start playing around with this and see what we can come up with. Let me see. I want to get a good... I learned yesterday that a fluffy brush is not the right brush to use with this. You need a primer brush. So, with that in mind, let me make sure that I get that right brush. This is a Real Techniques brush, and it is have an angle to it, but I think for my needs, I think it's going to be what I want, simply because I like the density of the bristles. I mentioned yesterday that I'm not, I don't know what all the specifics of makeup brushes. I know that I find what works for me, and that's what I use. And so I'm only going to use, less is more. I can't even stress that enough. If you decide to buy these, less is more. So, and this might even be too much. And I also learned there is nothing matte about these primers. Nothing. So I'm just a little dab. And you know, I think I'm going to use a different brush to maybe blend that out before I dip into it. No, I'll just go for it. We're just going to dive in. We have climbed all the way up that ladder, and we are diving off the high board. These things are beautiful. These colors are stunning. They really are. And yes, I have my trusty magnifying mirror here. I cannot live without her. She is a part of our life. And here we go. We're just going to put this on just like you would do any primer. I have found that that's the intention. And so I'm going to embrace the intention. And you know what? I think I actually did it right. I didn't use too much, so it's going on very nicely. I actually think I need more. Oh my goodness. I didn't say welcome to my channel. I am so sorry. Welcome to my channel. I'm Shelly. I am a captivated gem. We do unboxings, we do try-ons, we do reviews, we do collabs. Soon I hope to be able to do lives. Pretty much anything that captivates my little Gemini soul. I want to do cooking videos soon. I've got so many things that I want to do. But welcome. If you are new here, I am so glad you are here, and I hope that you stick around. Please consider leaving a like. Please consider subscribing. Please consider sharing. All of it matters. All of it, it makes a difference. Even if you, please leave a comment, even if it's just a little emoji. Leave me a little sunshine emoji or something that reminds you of this color. I would be so happy. It really helps my channel. To my returning visitors, thank you so much. To my channel members, thank you very so much. I am so thankful for you, and I'm so thankful that you take time out of your lives to watch these videos. It means so much to me. And there's so many of you that I enjoy watching your videos, so it's so nice to have that ability to share ideas and content. It means a lot to me. So thank you. And again, welcome. Now I'm realizing quickly that this yellow requires more than the pink did to get the color that I'm looking for in order to make these colors really pop. So if you see me, that I keep going back and mixing more, it's just I'm building. And like with anything, you know, you can always add more, but that's the easy way. The hard way is taking it off and going back in and rebuilding. So that's what I am doing. And I am just so happy with this yellow primer. I just can't even begin to tell you how much I love this. This is beautiful. It's beautiful. And it goes on creamy, and you think, oh my gosh, it's going to smudge, it's going to smear. I think I was getting ready to interview? I think I was getting ready to invent a new word, and I think it was smearge. But it didn't happen. Well, the word's out there now, so I have no copyrights. Feel free to use it. Okay, we're going to go on the other eye. Here I am, doing the things, taking the chances. It's not bungee jumping, but it's fun. Okay, so here is TFTY. Here's the color. What do you think? That's yellow, isn't it? But it's pretty. It's pretty. I think I have a really good amount, a base, if you will, to start creating on. It's pretty. It really is very, very pretty. Now the big question, where do we start? I'm going to start with the Illuminati palette, and I'm going to go all over. It's shiny, but that's okay. That's what we're here for. I love the shiny things. We're going to start right here. Okay. Here it is right there, just clinging right to that primer. It's just blending in with it. I guess they're best friends and I didn't know it. Okie dokie. So shiny. So let's go to the other eye and do the same thing. Wow. This primer really grabs the color. I don't think it matters what brush you use. I just wanted an all over, I went with an all over blending brush because that's my gig. That's what I do. I think one mistake that I just made though is I didn't give the primer time to set, and I'm thinking that this might come out a little patchy. That's my fault. That has nothing to do with the quality of the brush. It has nothing to do with the quality of the primer. It has nothing to do with the quality of the makeup. It has to do with the quality of the person and me. All right, so we've set the tone. We've done the all over, and I think now I'm going to go into Juvia's place. And I'm going to use, I'm going to be conservative here to start, and I'm going to go with this matte. Now that would have been a good all over color, but I really wanted to set this color of base. So now I'm going to start building a story, I guess. Let's see. And that's what she looks like on the brush. I don't know how much you can see, but that's what that's where I'm beginning. Well, that's my next step. I can't say beginning. That's not right. This is my next step. And I think I made the right decision. I think once I get this built up a little bit, I think we'll see that I think I made a good choice. I am. I'm happy with it because this is giving me a chance to see what colors that are not necessarily strong in that color wheel, if you will do when confronted with something so bright, because this is a very muted, almost dare I say mauve color, and it's going up against an Easter egg shade of yellow, and I'm happy with it. I like this. I think it's going to determine what colors will play well together and which ones maybe I should have gone in a different direction. But it's important for me that you all get to do this with me. So if you decide to play with these colors, then you have a little bit of knowledge, or somebody was, that decided to go ahead and do it. You've got that to maybe look back at and say, well, I really liked what she did, or, I don't quite agree with her color choices. I think she should have gone in a different direction. And feel free to let me know that in the comments. I am all about listening to what you guys have to say. Your voice matters. Believe me, it matters, and I want to listen. My apologies. I had a phone call that came through that I needed to take. So let's continue where we left off. All right. So I feel like that we got this nude, if you will, kind of for me to look at this, it's this one here. It's got kind of a mauve-y tone to it, and I really like it. I really, really like it. You all, I have freckles on my eyelids, and sometimes I feel like what I've just put on looks patchy, but it's like, no, that's freckles that evidently nothing can conceal. And that's okay too. Be the most beautiful you that you are and accept everything about yourself. It just works out better that way. I'm going to dive back into this Illuminati palette, and I'm going to go in with this one. It's got an orange, more of an orangey type quality to it. And I'm curious as to how it's going to translate here. Okay. As bold as they look in the pan, shades can be not as bold when you put them on the eye. I'm learning. So we're just going to go here on the lid. Okay. I'm not mad at this. Not at all. I think I need a different brush, but I'm committed to this one, so we're gonna make it work. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna finish with this brush on this eye, and I'm gonna go in with my finger on the other eye. I mean, we're here to learn, right? Now, I'm gonna go in with my finger, and I've got all the colors off, so I'm gonna go in with that same color with my finger on this eye. And see if patting that on this eye, if it gives different. It's actually a very subtle shade. It's very pretty. Okay. All right. I'll continue with the brush. Using my finger, it's more subtle. Is what I'm seeing. Whereas I think the brush puts more color on. So let's get these to match up so we can move on. Okay, I'm gonna go in with this one right here. I am in love with that color. And yes, I'm using another fluffy brush. If an MUA ever watches my channel, they're gonna scream at me. Maybe I should use a little bit denser. Second guessing myself. This one's pretty fluffy. Maybe something a little more dense. Oh, this one. Okay, I'll use this one. This one is from that Mange, M-A-A-N-G-E. And it's got an angle to it, and that might even work to my advantage. So, yeah, I'm going to use it. I'm just going in here. Oh, and it's pretty. But, again, I think I have the wrong brush. I'm going to keep going. And you know what? I don't know if it's the wrong brush. I think this, I washed all my brushes earlier, and this brush isn't, I think maybe it's not dry enough. So it's trying to go on as if I went in with a wet brush. I think maybe that's what my problem is here. And that's an easy fix. You just do some blending with a very dry brush, which I intend to do anyway. You guys know I always go in and try to blend out everything as best I can to keep it, super cohesive. So, okay. So right now, while it doesn't look the best, I believe in the end, I think I'm on the right path to a really pretty eye look that will not only highlight, use the star of the party here, but also make the Illuminati palette and definitely the Juvia's palette both feel like they did a good job. That's a gorgeous color. However I got it on there, there's no denying that color is beautiful. Okay. All right. Okay. I can work with it. Now I want to do something in the crease, and I think I'm going to do something. I think I'm going to use a matte. I'm definitely going to use a matte. Yes. Okay. I'm going in with a matte. I've got so much shiny stuff going on. I'm going in here, and then I'm going in here. It'll work or it won't. And I'm going to use this brush right here. And this is the color we're working with. Obviously tapping that off a little bit. Like I said, if an MUA was I would get ripped to shreds. But wow. Okay. I know it looks a little muddy right now. I'm aware. But I'm going to pull it together. Just trust the process. All right, now I'm going to start blending some of this stuff together so it doesn't just get so muddy. I don't want to lose this color up here, however. So we're going to make that one work. I didn't realize how much the orange would pull forward with this. So maybe that wasn't the right choice. But, how do we learn? I think I can still pull something with that. I think I can still make that work. So, all right, we're going to bring that back in. And we're going to start shading in something that will blend a little nicer with it. It is a nice little neutral. And I think just with a little TLC, we can make the magic happen. Okay. Now we got to figure out this here. And to do that, I think I'm going to have to go back into the Illuminati palette. And I'm going in with this little basic shader. Ooh. I'm going to go back in with one I've already used. I think this will work. And even if it doesn't, I'm still going to post this because it's a learning experience. Okay. I'm not mad at this. Still need, well, I haven't put liner on or anything. Needs something a little bit bright though here in the corners. I think I've muddied them a little bit. But I don't think it's going to come from here. Although, since we're here, I'm going to say what the heck. And I'm going to do a little something with this shade right here. I mean, just because these Juvia's Place, her shades, they're so buttery. They're so, you've got to be very gentle with these pans. I just want something to drag across here. I want to do something here. And you know, that's not the right. I need a pencil brush. Okay, here we go. This is what I need right here. Perfect. I don't know if you can see that. It's kind of a it's kind of a grayish shimmery color. Gray purple. It's like a duochrome, really. So then honestly, it'll do something or it'll do nothing. I like it. I like that. I think that's pretty. And that's all I'm going to do with that. I'm just going to go with a liner. I'm not even going to use one of these to put under my eye. I think I've got enough above the eye. Now, one thing I will use, I'm going to use this duochrome liner that we got in the last Ice Cream Beauty. Was it in the bag or was it in the box? I think this was in the box. It's from Charmacy. And I had mentioned that I wish that it had a doe foot, but it's just got a very fine brush. So I'm going to use that and add a thick line. Up here. Because I think it blends well with what we're working with. This is the one I was saying I really think it depends on your skin tone as to what colors really pull forward, because it's got a lot of options, or no, that's not the right word, variance to it. So, yeah, we're just going to throw her right on up there. That's pretty. I like that a lot. All right, and then we're going to go in with some liner. Where is my... There she is. I'm going in with a black. And then I'm going to go ahead and pull out the mascara I'm going to use, which is Jeffree Star. We'll go ahead and put our liner on real quick. I'm going to go ahead and put my liner on, my mascara on, and my lips on. And I'll be right back with a final look. Hold the phone. Okay, guys. Here we are. This is the final look. I hope that you enjoy this. I finished off with the Jeffree Star F-Proof Black Mascara. You know that it's one of my favorites. I used the CoverGirl basic black that I use. As far as the lips go, I used, let's see, let me show you what I used. For the liner, I used NYX Professional Makeup in Spicy Pearl. That's the liner that I used. And then I Gotta Go from Jeffree Star. And that's from the Shane Dawson series. And then I also added in Thirst Trap, just to kind of ombre in, which I don't know if you can actually see that or not. Anyway, this is what we ended up with. What do you think? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Do you think there's something I could have done different? Again, I used the Illuminati Serpent quad. That's this quad here that I used. And then I also used the Juvia's Place Fula palette. And then I don't know that I'll ever remember this because it's not a word. I went in with Beauty Creations TFTI as the primer on the eye. No, right there. So this is what we're left with, and I would sure love to know what you think. And so this concludes round 2 of viewer requested uses of the 3 pigments that we've received in the April Ice Cream Beauty box. Thank you so much. If you stayed this far, thank you very much. Please leave a comment. Please consider clicking the like button. That really helps my channel. Please consider subscribing if you feel like there is value to be found here. Or a thumbs down. Leave me a suggestion. I am open to everything. So on that note, I will end this and I will see you in my next video. Thanks and bye, guys.